Diet and health. The average American consumes over 3,400 milligrams of sodium a day. That's about 2,000 more than the USDA guidelines recommend for many of us. And it turns out that many of the foods we thought were fine may just have too much salt, including some of our favorite snacks. But does losing the salt mean losing the taste? Are we doomed to cardboard crackers? Here's Vicki Maybury for our series, You Are What You Eat.
They're one of the original American processed foods.
I'm out of wheat thins. My life is officially over. Someone needs to invent crunch-proof headphones.
When you think about it, it's remarkable that people are still tweeting about them.
Red wine, wheat thins, green tea, and football! Yeah!
When wheat thins hit the market in 1947, Chuck Yeager was breaking the sound barrier. Jackie Robinson was breaking the color barrier. Old Blue Eyes was singing that old black magic. And David Bowie was a newborn. Fast forward to the 80s, they were still a hit snack, but they seemed so very healthy. Remember Sandy Duncan?
Wheat thins, you'll love them.
They were wheat, they were thin. But that was all before salt became a four-letter word. Here at Kraft Foods, they've decided to embrace the new zeitgeist. In addition to wheat thins, they make just about every snack food you love, from Triscuits to Teddy Grahams, Planters Peanuts to Chips Ahoy. Last month, the USDA, the people behind the healthy diet pyramid, issued guidelines saying we shouldn't eat more than 1 teaspoon of salt a day. Doctors say it contributes to heart attacks and diabetes and risk of stroke, which puts the poor, tasty wheat thin under siege.
We are undertaking a great initiative on wheat thins in 2011.
Kraft executives say they're undaunted.
We're reducing the sodium, we're increasing the whole grain content, going to 100% whole grain, an 18% reduction in sodium, and still the great taste consumers expect from wheat thins.
Really? We went to Kraft's campus in East Hanover, New Jersey, and asked them to show us how they plan to do that. It's a snack. We know that snacks aren't necessarily healthy, they're just good. So why do you need to change anything?
Every little bit helps. It's a great opportunity to help people in their goal to eat healthier overall.
Welcome to our Cracker Development Lab.
The Cracker Development Lab. Of course they have a Cracker Development Lab. It was a little like going inside Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-dee.
This is the place where they come up with the secret recipe.
This is the whole grain blend. This is the sugar, the starch, the baking powder here, the salt, the brown sugar.
And a little bit of oil. This is warm.
Yeah, this is where you're going to form really the structure of the dough.
They've already removed the much maligned high fructose corn syrup using molasses-like brown sugar instead. Now, they're after the salt.
Sodium is found in a wheat thin in 3 different really ingredients here. One salt is a dough salt, and it really is used to flavor the biscuit. There's a leavening salt
to make it rise.
Actually rise and expand when you bake it. And then we have the topping salt.
Wheat thins, like most snacks, are good because of a delicate balance of sweet and salty. So you take out one tiny ingredient.
It can really impact both texture and flavor.
All right, number 2. So, how to reduce the salt without reducing the treat? Verging on cardboard. They've been working on it for 3 years. It's been a lot of trial and error. It's good. They won't say how much the effort has cost them. Every test batch requires mixing 7 main ingredients. Rolling out the dough from one big ball smashed down to cracker flatness. They're stamped, cut out, and baked. 4 minutes in an industrial oven, and then no. Needs a little salt on there. Proof that they do need some salt, just not too much. They agreed to show us how they're doing it, and even let me join in. So this is a perk for the employees at Kraft. They get to taste all the products before they go on the shelves. So today we're tasting 2 samples of wheat thins, and we get to rate the intensity of the flavor and the texture, like the nuttiness or the hardness and the sweet and the salt. One batch then another,
Very nutty and crunchy, as you can tell.
are tested by a panel of tasters,
Not as good as the first one.
employees who volunteer.
Quite crisp. Very crunchy.
It's really a very delicate balance to get the sodium out, to get the high fructose corn syrup out. What's left?
We're not stopping at this. We're looking at reducing fat, reducing sugar, reducing calories in our product, and we're also looking to add beneficial ingredients like whole grains.
But does all that reduce the taste?
That's the part of the equation that's so important for us. We'll do this when we can still maintain the taste. So it's a constant balancing act for us because that's what consumers want.
In fact, Kraft has pledged to remove 10% of the salt from all those snacks you love.
In 2010, we removed sodium from about 350 products. That's 6.5 million pounds of salt. It's enough to fill 100 million salt shakers like this.
In the works, lower salt graham crackers, Big Newtons, peanuts, and barbecue sauce. What? Not at my cookout.
I think it's perfectly good.
This is Vicki Mabry for Nightline in East Hanover, New Jersey.